Hello, everybody, and welcome to Power Yoga Cross Train. Welcome to my back patio. It's summertime, it's hot, but that's okay. I'm ready to flow, and I hope you are. Make sure you have a mat, maybe a blocker or two handy as well. This particular class is in celebration of our new 200-hour online holistic yoga flow teacher training coming out Tuesday, August 17th. If you're interested in deepening your practice, learning to teach, getting certified as a yoga instructor, then click on the link below. And when you sign up, you will get access to a massive library of content covering power yoga, yin yoga, meditation, pranayama, breath work, philosophy, alignment, anatomy, and much, much more. The good thing is all content's pre-recorded. So you can move through it at your own pace, in your own timing, and the comfort of your own home. All right, with no further ado, let's go ahead and begin in child's pose. So bring your big toes together to touch. Spread the knees out towards the outer edges of the mat. And then as you allow the hips to melt back towards your heels, allow your forehead to rest down onto the floor, either extending your arms straight out in front of you or bringing your arms behind you wherever it feels comfortable for your shoulders. And it's important in this opening posture that you do feel comfortable, you do feel at ease, so that you can begin to lay down a strong foundation for everything that we're about to do. Begin to allow the rest of your day to fade away, enjoying these next 60 minutes or so that we have together to take a retreat, to step away from the busyness of life, to step away from all the challenges of the world, so that you have time to come back to center, to come back to balance, to come back home. The prolific Maya Angelou says, "I long, as does every other human being, to find myself at home wherever I go." So when we get on our yoga mat, this is an opportunity to come back home within our own body, our own self. And in this power yoga cross-train flow, we're going to move through an even dosage of what I like to call the 4 pillars of fitness, which is strength, balance, flexibility, and stamina. But before we get into all of that, start to find the breath, moving deeply in and out through the nostrils, in and out through the nose, pulling each and every inhale down all the way to the very bottoms of your lungs. And then complementing that deep inhale with a long, thorough, smooth exhale back out the nose. And it's this breath that really becomes the fuel that carries you through that strength, that balance, that flexibility, and that stamina. But as athletic as this class will probably get, we want to make sure that we do it with awareness, that we don't lose the yoga. So more important than what you do is how you do what you do in your mind state as you move in and out of all these various postures and positions. One last thing, if you feel at any point you ever want to take a break, just know that you can always drop the knees and come back here to child's pose at any point. This pose is always here for you if you want it. So give yourself that permission anytime you need to take a break. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and slip into a sweet cross-train groove by coming all the way up to all fours, tabletop position, stacking your shoulders right above the wrist, setting the knees right beneath the hips. And then from here, we'll extend the left leg back behind us. And then we'll take that right arm and reach it all the way forward and out as if you're about to shake a new friend's hand. So your right thumb straight up to the sky. And all 5 left toes facing straight down towards the ground, even your left little toe. So essentially your left hip is on the same plane or the same axis as your right hip. Take a goodbye inhale to pull that out a little bit further. And then on the exhale, set it all back down. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So as you're ready, go ahead and lift your right leg up parallel to the ground, and then extend your left arm straight out in front of you, sunbird spinal balance. And then notice you haven't already lost that deep breathing coming in and out through the nose. If you're newer to the practice, breathing deep is not something that you probably had a lot of practice with. So you're going to have to be on guard that you don't lose that deep breathing, which is the foundation of the class. Take a goodbye inhale, pull it out, lift it up. And then exhale, set it down nice and consciously. Step the feet back to plank pose, so the upper push-up position. This is where you find that diagonal from the heels all the way through the top of the head. You spiral those inner elbows forward. You firm through the core. You shift forward a little bit more into the tips of the toes. Take a goodbye inhale there in plank. And then as you exhale, lower down, but keep the weight forward. A lot of times people make the mistake of missing out on that. So you want to feel it in the triceps more than the shoulders. Go ahead and release the tops of the feet. Extend back through the toes. And then baby cobra. So inhale, just gently and easily draw the chest up, even if it's a couple of inches. And then exhale, lower the chest and chin down to the mat. A few more like that. Inhale, chest rises. And then exhale, chest floats down. 3 more times. Inhale, almost like a little back massage, back wake up. And then exhale, lower down on the out breath. 2 more times. Inhale, keep those elbows in. And then exhale, lower the chest back down again. 1 more time. Inhale, come up, hold at the top. Take a few extra breaths there as you continue to glue the inner elbows to the ribs. Extend back to the toes. And then draw your heart forward away from those toes. Take 1 last inhale, flood the lungs with breath. And then on the exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, push up through plank. And then draw those hips all the way up and back into that first downward facing dog of the class. So we'll be here for several breaths. Feel free to move the body around any way that feels right. As you're doing that, check in with your body, see how you're doing. I just got done doing a couple of shoots for Interdimension TV, 12-hour days, last couple of days, so I haven't had a chance to really do a formal practice in a few days. So that's going to affect how I'm feeling, a little bit tighter than usual. But the beauty of the practice is you don't need to be anything other than what you are. You don't need to feel anything other than what you're feeling. So instead of fighting what arises for you, what would happen if you yielded to it, you surrendered to it, you worked with it instead of against it? Spread those fingers wide, wrap those outer shoulders back, pull those hips up high, suck that breath down low. Take a goodbye inhale, gently press back a little deeper. And then on the exhale, we're just going to walk both feet all the way forward to the top of our yoga mat. Spread the feet out about the width of the hips. And then flat back. So we'll bring the hands up to the shins. Hold there for a couple of breaths. Keeping the neck long. So you're gazing down. Extending your heart out away from the lower back. Take a goodbye inhale there. And then on the exhale, forward fold. Just let it go. Put a little bend into the knees. Bring the hands up to your hips. And then leading through the heart with the long, flat back. On the inhale, go ahead and rise and fly. Both arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to prayer position, right in front of your chest, right in front of your heart. Take a moment, close the eyes. And come back home, as Maya Angelou says. Home within this pose, home within this breath, home within this moment. And not just this moment, but every moment of our time together. Beautiful. Blink the eyes open, circle those arms up above you on the inhale. And forward fold on the exhale. Let it go. Flat back on the inhale, either hands to shins or fingers on the ground. And then on the exhale, step back to plank pose. Go ahead and lower down. Same exhale. Remember your weight is forward. Inhale, Cobra, chest up. And then on the exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. So one of the benefits of doing a yoga teacher training, whether it's our training or another's, is you really focus on learning proper alignment. So in our training, we have over 90 pose tutorials where we break down many of the common poses in a power yoga vinyasa class so that you can practice without injury, without hurting yourself. So you have integrity within the body. Spread those fingers wide, wrap those outer shoulders back, feel the forearms hugging in towards the middle of the mat as we start to flow. Take an inhale, stretch back. Then on the exhale, walk or jump, both feet top of your mat. Flat back on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise and sweep both arms up. And then exhale, hands back to prayer, coming back home. Inhale, both arms up as you grow long and you get tall. And then exhale, forward fold. Flat back, inhale, stretch that spine out. And then on the exhale, step or jump back. And lower down on your out breath. Cobra on the inhale, smooth as can be. And then exhale, down dog. Use the abdominals to pull those hips up and back as you breathe deep. So most people are only breathing into about a third of their lung capacity. See if you can breathe into the other 2/3 of your lung space, and you'll start to find yourself tapping into a power, tapping into a level of energy that you probably didn't even existed. So it's almost like the more breath you can generate, the more fuel you can tap into, and the more effortless the practice starts to feel. Take an inhale, drive back to the tops of your thigh bones. And then on the exhale, walk or jump both feet forward. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise and sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer down that midline. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And then on the exhale, as you dive, chest on top of thighs. Flat back as you elongate through the torso. And then exhale, step or jump back, lower down. Elbows shaving the ribs. Cobra on the inhale, just gently warming the body up. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Now, if you feel a lot of tension in your shoulders, maybe your shoulders are a little tight, you can always cheat your index fingers slightly outward. So you create more of an external rotation in the shoulders. And then press extra firm between your thumbs and your indexes so that you're balanced within your wrists. Feel the undersides of your knuckles glued into the mat so you feel that rapport into the floor. Take an inhale, stretch it back a little bit more. And then exhale, walk or spring top of the mat. Flat back, inhale, sternum out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, both arms soar up above. Exhale, hands to prayer. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up, just finding a sweet little stroll. Exhale, drop that head down low. Flat back, inhale, breathe it deep and pull it low. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down. Sweet cross-train flow. Cobra on the inhale, so good for your spine. Exhale, you got it. Downward facing dog, hips high. Beautiful. Now notice your heels hidden right behind your second and your third toe. So that may mean opening your heels slightly outward. So the outer edges of your feet are flush with the outer edges of the mat. And then you're heavy in your heels and you're light in your toes. Imagine you have heavy metal in your heels. Not Iron Maiden or Motley Crue, not that kind of heavy metal, but the heavy metal that's like steel or lead. Take an inhale, stretch it back. And then exhale, walk or fly, top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise and bring both arms up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Hold there. Good. Go ahead and bend the knees. Take a seat. Chair pose. So reach those arms all the way up. Palms face each other. Fingers spread wide. I'm a fan of opening the hands out a little bit wider than the shoulders. Sometimes when we start to bring the hands in too close, it starts to create a lot of tension around the neck. And the neck is a common place where people already have a lot of tension built up. In fact, see if you can take those little fingers, turn those in slightly, broaden through those shoulders so it feels free there. Heavy in the heels, active in the glutes. Take one last inhale, chair, Utkatasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Flat back, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, step or jump back, lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra or up dog on your inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. From here, we're going to lift the right leg up, parallel to the ground. So you're not looking for height. You're focusing on length. Sometimes people's ego gets in the way and they start jamming that leg up. And then we create compression in the sacrum and the SI joint. So parallel to the ground. Take a goodbye inhale there. And then on the exhale, flow the right foot forward to the top of the mat so your toes are in alignment with your fingertips. Spin that back left foot flat. Make sure your right heel is a little over to the right. And then belly on top of that right thigh, both arms straight behind you like airplane wings. Feel the lower body strong. And then from that lower body strength, rise up. Warrior one. Both arms all the way up to the sky. So similar to what you did in your chair pose, take those little fingers, turn those in slightly, and feel that broadening through those shoulders. Drop the top of your right thigh down. Seal that outer left foot strong into the mat. And then turn the outer left hip forward. In fact, we'll bring the right hand down to the right hip. Extend the left arm straight out in front of you. Turn that outer left hip forward. Feel those hips click into place. Beautiful. Take those arms vertical to the sky. Take one last big inhale, reach high. And then exhale, vinyasa. So you're going to lower all the way down. Same out breath. Cobra up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Other side. So left leg up, parallel to the ground. Couple breaths there. Just doing a little alignment check. Take another inhale, press back to that left heel. And then left foot flows all the way forward, top of the mat. Back foot flat. On top of left eye. And then both arms aerodynamically down by your sides. Press your right little toe strong into the ground. Engage that back outer foot. And then Virabhadrasana 1. Take those arms, reach those all the way up. Beautiful. With that breath, steady as can be. Bring the left hand down to the left waist. Extend that right arm forward and invite and entice that outer right hip to turn forward. Once you got that dialed in with precision, take both arms up to the sky. Another benefit of good alignment is that then you start to get that abundant flow of prana, of life force, moving through all the channels of the body. Take one last inhale, full expression, and then exhale, vinyasa, like you're surfing the wave of the breath. Inhale, Cobra, heart up. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale, press back. And then exhale, walk or jump, top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Take a seat. Chair pose, a few more breaths there. Go ahead and lift your toes off the ground so you're heavy in the heels, super light in the toes. Release those toes back down. Take one last inhale, chair, goodbye. And then exhale, stand up. Mountain pose, coming back home. Beautiful, you guys. Now we took our time. Now let's turn that to a dynamic flow. So a second warm-up series. So here's that cardio, those 4 pillars of fitness. So here we go. Bend the knees and squat. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Step or jump back. Lower down, same exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward, back foot flat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. And then exhale, vinyasa. Lower, same exhale with control. Inhale, chest up, shoulders roll. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot deep, back foot flat. Inhale, rise from strength, arms up. And then exhale, lower all the way down, still with good form. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, press back. Exhale, walk or jump. Top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Chair pose on the inhale. Stand up, exhale. Keeping it moving. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold, light like air. Flat back, inhale, breathe the air in. Exhale, step or jump back and lower down again. Inhale, backward bend. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot deep. Inhale, rise from lower body strength. Exhale all the way down like an athletic moving meditation. Inhale where you flow with awareness. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot through. Inhale, rise, steady, fluid, and smooth. Exhale, lower down, strong with grace. Inhale, bend the spine with a smile on your face. Exhale, back. Down dog. Inhale, press back. Exhale, walk or jump. Top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, chair arms up. Exhale, stand up. One more round of these. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, straighten the knees and thighs. Inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, lower down, blending the breath, body and mind. Inhale, find the yoga. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot deep. Inhale, rise, both arms up, vertical. Exhale, lower down, torso horizontal. Inhale, collarbones wide. Exhale, last side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot deep. Inhale, rise with mindfulness. Exhale, you got it. Lower down with consciousness. Inhale, bend the spine with fluidity and finesse. Exhale, down dog. Hold there. Take a big inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Woo. All right, good job, you guys. That second warm-up series is in the rearview mirror. Now we're going to dial it back down a little bit, so it should feel good. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then exhale, right foot top of the mat. Spin the back foot flat. And then turn the right foot in parallel to your left foot. Place both hands on the ground right underneath your shoulders. Come up onto the fingertips. Take an inhale, extend the heart up and out. And then on the exhale, palms flat, elbows bend. And then allow the weight of your head, your skull, to dangle free with gravity as you come back to where we began our practice. Just allowing your mind to find ease, allowing the breath and the mind to fuse together like two best friends that never want to part ways. So know that as long as you have that, you have the yoga. Everything else is like the icing on top of the cake. From here, flat back on the inhale, come up onto the fingertips, heart out. And then hands to the hips on the exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And then exhale, spread those arms out wide like a T. Now I know I have my back to you guys, but listen carefully. Just going to flip the palms up to the sky. And then you're going to take your right arm underneath your left arm. And you're going to wrap those arms around each other. So imagine you're snaking your arms around each other for eagle shoulder stretch. So as you get into this little shoulder stretch, pull the elbows out away from the chest. Notice your forearms and your fingertips straight up to the sky, biceps, triceps parallel to the floor. And as you stretch through those shoulders, you're pulling your shoulder blades away from each other. And you're breathing into the backside of your heart. So the idea is that within these practices is we're touching every particle of our body. Take one last goodbye inhale there. And then exhale, let those arms flow down and out. Turn the right foot, right toes forward. And then how about a little warrior two action? So bend the right knee deep. Right heel up with your back inner left arch. Squat that groin down low and make sure you're not a warrior on the go where you're leaning forward. But your spine is straight up to the sky. Both arms in alignment with each other. As you find that piercing focus out across that right middle finger. Focus in yoga is called dharana. And dharana, or focus, is the prerequisite to dhyana meditation. Flip the right palm up to the sky, reverse the warrior. So rest your left hand just nice and easily on that back left leg. And then reach that right arm up and back. And how about a glorious stretch across the whole right side torso? Isn't it amazing? At the same time we're building strength, that we're also creating suppleness, pliability, space, freedom, and length. Take a goodbye inhale there. And then exhale back to warrior two. Now from here, right forearm on top of your right thigh, left arm straight up to the sky for modified side angle. Option to stay here if you want. You could bring your right hand down to the inside of your right foot. And feel free to use a block underneath that hand if that's more optimal for you. Now, as you do this, make sure that your right hip doesn't start swinging out to the right. We call that the sassy bottom. So some of you may need to get your sassiness under control by wrapping that outer right hip underneath and in. Good. Now open up that left chest and then extend that left arm forward. I know for myself, sometimes it's hard for me to get my sassiness under control too, so you're not alone. Good. Feel the outer left foot strong into the mat. Left arm reaching up and out as you barrel those left ribs to the sky, all with your breath in the flow. Beautiful, everybody. Left arm comes back up. Check this out. Take the left hand, bring it around behind your lower back. That's a half wrap. Take the right arm underneath the right leg. Reach it around and then grab your fingers and come into the full wrap. And then for a few breaths, see if you can stay calm, even in the midst of a challenging, difficult position. How are you going to stay calm in real life if you can't even stay calm in a yoga pose? So practice it now. Train yourself now to find equanimity in adversity. That's it. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. And then exhale, straighten that right knee, right leg. Hallelujah. Whew. Good. Heel toe that back foot in a little bit closer. Line your feet up, heel to heel. Keep that front right leg straight. This should feel good. Inhale, reach out to that right arm, left hip kicks back. And then triangle pose. So right hand comes down on top of your right foot, your shin, your ankle. Maybe even grab a block and place it on the outside of the foot. The important thing is that your spine is hovering above your leg. Breathe. Good. Now bring the left hand down to your left hip, your left waist. Turn your gaze down and look out about 12 inches in front of your right foot. That's about 20 centimeters if you're in Europe. I think everybody in Europe's asleep right now, but if you're watching this after the live, 20 centimeters is your deal, give or take. Start to lean forward and then half moon. Arta Chandrasana. So you're up on that front right foot, right leg. Your back left foot flexes. You're strong in your bottom right leg and you're long in your back left leg. And then if you want to go further, just float that left arm to the sky. Take every extended limb that you got and pull it out away from your trunk, away from your torso. And by the way, how's your breathing? Sometimes you get into a precarious balancing position and the breath goes out the window. Keep sucking that air down low. Now from here, put a little bend in that bottom right knee. Float, step back to warrior two, stick the landing. Reverse the warrior, inhale, come back. And then vinyasa, lower all the way down towards your yoga mat. Inhale, Cobra, yoga feels so good. Exhale back, downward dog. Inhale, press it back, sink in a little deep. Exhale, walker spring. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise and soar, both arms up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Now go ahead and lean into your left foot and then bring your right foot all the way up, high to that inner left leg, left thigh. Take that inner left thigh and that right foot and draw that in towards the midline so you get stability. And then feel that strong energy run and root down to that bottom left leg. Now from here, take those arms and reach those arms up towards a Y shape, palms forward, fingers spread as you challenge your balance. Now look, you might fall, you might wobble, you might stumble, but it's not the stumble that defines you. It's how you deal with the stumble. It's how you deal with the challenge. See if you can deal with the challenge with a calm, steady mind, even if you're physically struggling. Take one last inhale there, hands to prayer. Take the right knee, turn it forward. Grab the right shin, hug the right knee deep in. Keep that right knee where it is. Grab your hips, both hands. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you. Flex that right foot. Take those arms, reach those up to the sky. Take that right leg and lift it up until your right thigh says, no more, please. So you find your edge. You find a little intensity. Take one last inhale there, and then airplane. Come gliding back with your right leg behind you and your arms spread out wide like wings. Keep breathing. When in doubt, all you got to do is breathe. Remember, as long as you have the breath, you have the yoga. Take one last inhale there. Stand up. Grab your right shin. Squeeze the right knee deep in. And then slowly release the right foot down onto the ground. Beautiful. Bend those knees. Take another seat. Chair pose. Arms come up. And then exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. Now left elbow out of right knee, right thigh. chair twist as we turn over to the right. And now I can look at you guys. So I got my eye on you. I'm watching you. Nobody's doing anything except focusing on their yoga practice. Full effort equals full victory. Both knees even with each other, hands draw back, heart extends forward and out. Give that one last little powerful squeeze goodbye. And then chair pose. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Step back to plank pose, pause there. And let's come into a little bit of strength. Another one of those 4 pillars of fitness. So we're going to do that through moving through 5 yogi style push-ups. So it goes like this. Inhale, lower down, chaturanga. Exhale, plank, push up, 4 more. Inhale, come down. You can always drop your knees if you want. Exhale, press up, 3 more. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, rise, 2 to go. Inhale, you got it. Exhale, press up, 1 more. Inhale, down. Exhale, rise. Now hold there in plank. And then exhale, lower slowly all the way down onto your mat. Good. Reach your arms behind you. Lift your chest. Lift your head. Lift your legs. And lift your spirit. Allow your yoga practice to elevate your mind and to lift your spirits. So by the end of this class, you just leave here feeling amazing. Take both arms straight out in front of you. Spiral those inner biceps to the sky. Spread those fingers a little wide. Stretch back to the toe tips. Take one last inhale to lift. Exhale, lower chest down. Hands next to ribs. Cobra on the inhale. Pump a little mojo into your back. Exhale, down dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Take a huge inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, side out. Any tension, any worries, any stress, let it go. Woo. Inhale. Exhale, left foot, top of the mat. Back foot flat. Turn the left foot in parallel to the right. And then this time, go ahead and take your hands, grab the outer edges of your feet. And then inhale, extend the spine up and out. And then exhale, fold in. Bending the elbows, curling the chin in towards the top of the chest. Feel free to close the eyes. Come back to that breath. You guys have been practicing with me. Various videos, whether that's on YouTube or Interdimension TV or high quality streaming platform. A lot of those classes are super high quality, high production. But there's also something very sweet. It's just me and you. Patio, one-on-one. Moving through a sweet power yoga cross-train flow. Slide the hands all the way up to the hips. The long flat back. Inhale, go ahead and rise all the way up to standing. And then exhale, spread those arms out wide like a T. Flip the palms up to the sky. Take the left arm underneath and around that right arm. Eagle shoulder stretch on the other side. Notice where you feel the stretch. See if you can breathe into where you feel the source of that stretch, because where your mind goes is where the energy flows. That's the power of your mind. And that's why at the beginning of our yoga practice, we take at least a couple of minutes to get the mind into a state of presence and awareness. Because if you're thinking about work, or you're thinking about a relationship, or thinking about a stress in your life, that's where your energy is going to go. But if you're thinking about what you're feeling right now in this moment, the sensation in your body, then that energy is going to go in there and it's going to be medicinal for where you're feeling the touch. Take one last inhale there. And then exhale, let those arms flow down and out. Turn the left toes forward. And then Virabhadrasana 2. So one of the cool things too about doing yoga teacher training is learning a little bit of Sanskrit. Sanskrit's the mother language to many of the modern day languages as we know it today. And Sanskrit is considered to be a high vibration language. Each sound is like a mantra. So Virabhadrasana, Sanskrit, named after the great warrior Virabhadra. From here, flip that left palm up to the sky, reverse the warrior, right hand out of right leg, left arm reaches all the way up and back. And then you open up to the whole entire left side of that torso, getting long and lean with the mind tranquil, calm, and serene. One last inhale to explore the edge, and then exhale to return back to your warrior 2. From here, left forearm on top of left thigh, right arm straight up to the sky. So that's modified. If that feels like that's enough, stay there. Otherwise, drop the left hand down inside of your left foot, left leg onto a block or the floor, stacking both arms on top of each other. And then on this side, you're going to take that outer left hip and tuck it underneath and in as you firm that right thigh in, finding stability in the hips, the pelvis, the sacrum. Open up the right chest, inhale, and then extend that right arm all the way out. On the exhale, Utthita Parshva. Extended side angle pose. Breathe. That's it. Right arm comes up. Bring the right hand around behind the lower back. Take that left arm, slip it underneath that left leg, grab what you can get, and then make sure you do it with joy. Make sure you do it with a smile on your face because it's all about perspective, baby. Can you have the perspective of loving the challenge? Because you know that challenge and growth go hand in hand. And as long as we're growing, as long as we're giving, we found the key to living. Beautiful. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. And then exhale, straighten that left knee, left leg. Never felt so good. Oh, good. Heel toe that back foot in a little bit closer. Slide the left foot a little to the left. Line the feet up heel to heel. Angle those right toes slightly forward. And then enjoy the transition. Inhale, left arm out, right hip back. And then exhale, left hand comes down. Right arm to the sky. Triangle pose now on the other side. Trikonasana. Tri means 3. Kona means angle. And asana is a yoga pose, but it also means seated quietly inside of your mind. So even when you're physically and externally in a standing pose, your mind is seated in a place of inner calm. Kind of a beautiful teaching. Now, right hand comes down to the right hip. Look out about a foot in front of the left foot. Take your time. Start to bend that left knee. And then half moon balancing pose. So the balance, another key aspect of our cross training, strength, balance, flexibility, and stamina. Challenge your balance. Challenge your ability to keep the breath even. Challenge your capacity to keep a smile on your face if you fall out of the pose. So you can bring a little childlike spirit to just having fun. Remember, it's only yoga and it's not a performance. It's all good. That's it. Come back to warrior 2. And then reverse the warrior. Inhale. And then exhale, vinyasa. Go ahead and lower all the way down. Cobra up dog on the inhale. And then down dog exhale. Inhale, press the hips back. And then exhale, walk or jump top of your mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, lean into the right foot, lift the left foot up, high to your inner right leg, right thigh. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Once you get that establishment of the sole of the left foot magnetizing in towards the inner right thigh and that right leg rooting down a mile into the ground below you, you're golden. You're set up for success. Take those arms and open those arms out to a Y position. Good thing about balancing is you can't be thinking about all the things that are stressing you out in life right now. Well, that is until the yoga instructor just reminded you. Sorry about that. From here, bring the left knee forward, grab the left shin, squeeze the left eye deep in, keep sucking the air down low. Hands to the hips, to the waist. Extend the left leg straight out in front of you. Flex that front left foot, and then reach both arms all the way up to the sky without leaning back. So spine and tall like a staff of bamboo. Take one last inhale, see what you can do, and then exhale, come back. Airplane, warrior three. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Today's flight will be flying about 4 feet above the ground. We'll be moving across various terrains, a little strength, a little balance, a little flexibility, a little stamina. And if we have a bit of turbulence, I'll be sure to let you know. Kick back, enjoy the flight. Take one last inhale, goodbye. Stand up, grab your left shin, squeeze your left knee in one more time, and relax that left foot down onto the ground. Chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Right elbow, outer left knee, left thigh. Chair pose, twisting it out on the other side. Good. Try and keep the knees even. If you're like me, that right knee wants to hike forward, so you got to suck that right thigh back. Toes even, knees even. And therefore your pelvis is even. And then turn those left ribs to the sky. Give that body a squeeze goodbye. Chair pose. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, forward fold, let it go. Flat back, inhale. Step or jump back. Lower down, vinyasa, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. And then down dog, exhale. Let's finish with the last warrior dance. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot deep. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back to reverse. And then exhale, vinyasa as you glide down. Inhale, open your heart wide as the world. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, left foot deep. Inhale, warrior one, rise. Exhale, warrior two, wide. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back to reverse. And then exhale, vinyasa. All the way down, still with fluidity. Inhale, open the chest, the lungs, the heart. Exhale, down dog, round two. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot through. Inhale, come up with intention. Exhale, spread wide. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, reach left arm out. Inhale, back to reverse. And exhale, vinyasa, allowing the breath to lead the way. Inhale, like the horse that pulls the cart. Exhale, down dog, left leg up, inhale. Top of the mat, exhale. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back to reverse. And exhale, vinyasa is cross train, you guys. Inhale, last round coming. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, you got it. Exhale, flow deep. Inhale, rise from inner power and strength. Exhale, see who you can be. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, reach it out. Inhale, bring it back. And exhale, vinyasa. Lower down without collapsing. Inhale, so you build some muscle. Exhale, last side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot deep. Inhale, rise with focus. Exhale with concentration. Inhale, moving meditation. Exhale, reach it all the way out. Inhale, last standing pose. Exhale, vinyasa. Lower down in the flow. Inhale, shoulders roll. Exhale, you made it. Down dog. No more to go. Woo. Who's got a good sweat going now? Take a deep inhale through the nose. And then lion's breath, stick out the tongue, let it out. Come on, let me hear your roar. One more time, inhale. Lion's breath, let it go. Whew. Nice, you guys. Inhale, press back. Exhale, both knees to the mat. Crawl the knees forward about halfway up the mat. Cross the feet behind you. Come down onto your seat. And then butterfly pose. Excellent job. Soles of the feet together, toes forward, heels in, knees out. Outer hips wrap down. And then inhale, spine lifts up tall. And then on the exhale, just fold over and down to your own degree. So in our new online teacher training, one of the things that we explore in depth is the ability to teach a class, a practice for your students. It feels like a journey, and it also feels like an arc where you start nice and easy in that opening pose, and you slowly build the energy, and you keep building and building and building, eventually reaching a climax. Sweat's flowing, the heart's pounding strong, the muscles are sweetly fatigued. And then after that, there's that beautiful wind down, what I like to call the smooth descent, like you're coming down the mountain. So now we're coming down, the hard work you put in, and you can really enjoy the fruit of your effort with the body being warm as you sink. It's almost like the class or the practice is a piece of music. Speaking of which, we've just been moving with the music of our breath this whole entire class. From my experience, the more advanced students get, the less dependent they become on external music. Very often in the beginning, new people like to have music. Maybe you're newer and you didn't even notice because you got so lost within that music of your breath. And if so, very, very cool. Come on, back up, hands to the outer knees, close the knees together, slide the feet forward a little bit, open those out about a foot or so, about the width of the shoulders. And then bring your hands behind you, about a foot or so, turn the fingertips away from the body, and then upward table. So you're just going to lean back onto the hands, float the hips off the ground. And then you want to make sure that your table isn't too lopsided. So you want your table as flat as possible. Somebody comes over and sets a glass of kombucha on top of your table, it doesn't fall over. Speaking of kombucha, I think I'll have to get one after this class is done. One last inhale there. And then exhale, lower the hips back down onto the ground. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Take an inhale, lift up tall through your sideways. And then on the exhale, forward fold, just begin to hinge all the way over and down to your own sweet degree. The author Gretchen Rubin says, "What matters more than what you do once in a while is what you do every day." So getting onto your yoga mat, practicing every day, even if it's only 10, 15 minutes, matters so much more than just doing it once a month for 2 or 3 hours. There's that effect that begins to happen by showing up day after day after day after day. And if you're with me, this is the first class of a 9-day series where we're celebrating our new online teacher training. Today it's cross train. Tomorrow we'll be doing power yoga cardio. And that class is a beast. So if you're going to join me for that one, make sure you get a good meal in you, but make sure you eat the food 3 to 4 hours before the practice. Don't say you haven't been warned. Slowly ease your way all the way up to seated. Go ahead and come all the way down onto your back. Come onto your back. I'm just going to position this phone so it's not getting blasted in the sun here. I don't want my phone to overheat. All right, good. So we're on our backs now. Squeeze the knees, the thighs into the belly. Give the lower back a little gentle rock side to side. Feet flat on the ground about the width of the hips. Slide the heels close in towards your sit bones. And then we'll come into bridge pose. So lift the hips up. Tuck shoulders underneath the upper back there. If it's available for you, you can interlace the fingers. Otherwise, grabbing the ankles or even the outer edges of the yoga mat if your shoulders are a little broad or tight, feel free. Breathe down into the belly, watching your breath ebb and flow. Feel free to stay here in bridge. If you'd like a deeper backward bend, upward bow is available. So bring the hands back by the ears. Fingers face forward, get a good grip. Press up to the hands. Come all the way up. Upward facing bow pose. Spiraling those inner thighs towards each other. Still breathing deep. If you want, you can even come up onto the tips of the toes. Either bridge or upward bow. Take one last inhale wherever you are. Climax. And then on the exhale, lower slowly all the way back down onto the mat. Grab the shins, draw the knees in. Place the right ankle on top of your left knee, left thigh. Slip the right arm through the legs. Both hands will grab either your left shin or your left hamstring. Flex the feet. Give your right hip a nice, deep, healing touch. One last little squeeze there. And then as you're ready, other left ankle on top of your right knee, right thigh. Slip the left arm down through the legs, both hands set. Side might feel a little bit different. So you can treat your sides as if they're siblings, but not identical twins, because it's very rare that one side feels identical to the other side. With what you're feeling on your left side now, whether that's backing off or perhaps going a little bit deeper. One last little squeeze there. Release out of that one, and then bring the bottoms of the feet together on the mat. Let the knees open out wide, what we call reclining butterfly. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on top of your chest, your heart, as we prepare for a little bit of yoga breathing. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and then out the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And then we'll begin. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 4, 3, 2. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And then out the mouth, exhale, let it go as you notice the after effects of what you just did. Good. Reach the hands forward to the outer knees. Close the knees together. Bring the knees back into the belly. Keep the right knee hugged in. Extend the left leg straight out in front of you along your mat. Open the right arm out to the right. Take the right knee all the way across over to the left to a reclining twist. Good. Bring the right knee all the way back up the center. Both knees back to the belly. Extend the right leg forward. Open the left arm out to the left. Twist it out on the other side. And then left knee back up to middle. Both knees draw in. Take one last inhale. Curl the forehead up to the knees. Give everything one last squeeze. And then exhale, Shavasana, corpse pose. Release all the way down onto your back as we take a last couple of minutes here to slip into the most important part of the class, because it has little to do with the physical and everything to do with the subtle. Allow the deep breathing to go and allow yourself to drop deep into stillness, deep into calmness. Shavasana. Everybody from here, nice and easily, start to bring your awareness back to the body. Reach your arms up over your head, stretch everything out. Reach the hands forward, grab the shins, draw the knees, thighs back to the belly. Gently rock and roll your way all the way up to a last, final, comfortable cross-legged seated position where we'll seal the practice. You get up to seated, bring your hands up to prayer position in front of your chest, in front of your heart. Sit up tall, eyes closed, bow the forehead slightly down. I long, as does every human being, to find myself at home wherever I go. So whether it's here in this yoga practice or a situation in life, or you're on the go on an airplane going from one destination to the other, see if you can maintain that uninterrupted connection to always being at home within your own body, your own self. Much wealth, and much love to you. Namaste. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for this Power Yoga Cross Train Flow. Drop me a comment down below and let me know how your practice was. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Power Yoga Cardio. Also, if you're interested in our online 200-hour teacher training, there'll be a link down below. You can click on that. And remember that it's all pre-recorded, so you can start anytime and you can move through it at your own pace. That will be available on August 17th. That's it for this one. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm going to go see if I can find some kombucha now. Take care. Peace.